Hello and welcome back to Mzansi. We're back. It is Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Yes. We're here.
Yes.
To deliver the phone calls.
Phone call evidence.
Yes. Yeah, so we are here to deliver the phone calls. It's hard as it is, but we're going to deliver the phone calls as much as we can and deliberate on them. I know many people are asking the very same questions that everyone's asking. What is this doing to our case? Where does it help us? Which is gonna be very difficult to answer. But what can we do?
What can we do? We are here now.
We soldier on.
Yes. We soldiered with stains evidence. We are also soldier on with holes. I see what holes in Veiws are trying to do there. They're trying to exhaust us, make us so tired that we don't care anymore. But it's not gonna happen, eh?
Yeah.
Let me first start off, you guys, by apologizing, okay? About not being able to go live yesterday. Our internet from the studio was not connected. So the lines were cut off. And really the situation was out of our hands. There was nothing we could do about it at that moment. But we are here now, okay? Everything is fixed. Back to regular programming.
Yes.
And if you're new to the channel, welcome back to the Mzansi Reality YouTube channel. This is where, for now, we deliberate on the Senzo Meyiwa Trial and all of the shenanigans happening in that courtroom. Yeah, so now it's business as usual. Let's continue where we left off, okay? Host testimony is extremely boring, but we managed to do an analysis that will briefly summarize it for us without having to repeat all of that mumbo jumbo that he was saying in court. I'm going to start with a summary of Monday. It's not actually in depth. I had prepared a full thing, but now I'm just going to give a summary of what you need to get out of what Monday's testimony was all about. So I will go over Monday's evidence in chief first, then come to that of today, right?
Yeah.
So what we need to understand is that all of this evidence will be useless if indeed that number that host used belonged to Lungisani. As to why the theory that the number does not belong to accused number 5 is not being tested first, it's honestly baffling to me. As soon as the defense brought up who the number might belong to, I feel like the state should have called the cell phone provider to confirm whether indeed the number belongs to who they say it belongs to. But instead, they make hosts present this evidence as if it had been tried and tested and that it is the truth that the number indeed belongs to accused number 5, which will be a very futile exercise if it turns out that that number doesn't belong to him. So basically, the summary of yesterday's court proceedings is that host connected the number ending with 1239 with accused number 1, 2, 4, and 5. So the number contacted accused number 1 35 times, while accused number 2 contacted this number 44 times. Accused number 2 contacted the number 3 times, while accused number 2 contacted it 2 times, and accused number 4 118 times, while accused number 4 contacted this number 127 times. So if it turns out that this number does indeed belong to Lungisani, then it means that Lungisani is very close to all of these accused. Considering that accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi, said via his legal counsel that Lungisani calls him almost every day ever since he's been arrested.
Yeah. He's
always checking on him. And also he is cousin to accused number 5, Ufiso Guhlontuli. Cousin. He's his cousin. And another thing is that he's also the nephew to accused number 4, Lungisani. So the strange thing about this number is that it communicated with all of the accused except for accused number 5, Fusokuhlentuli, his cousin.
When was accused number 5 arrested? Let us start.
2018.
When?
I'm not certain of the month, but it was 2018. 2018, 2019, but 2018, because 2019 is when he was attending the court.
Okay, continue. I'll find that one now.
So could it be that the calls made to accused number 5 were left out, or that they never called each other at all? Because if it's his cousin and they're cousins, it's highly unlikely, you know. Or maybe it is in this case. We don't know. Maybe they don't get along. We don't know. Could it be that the state does not have the number that accused number 5 used to contact Lungisani, or they never contacted each other at all? So recall that Mshololo said that she called the number to find out who it belongs to. And that's how she found out and introduced the name Lungisani Ndwandwe to the courtroom. So this number also had a connection to accused number 3. His phone was taken in 2015 when he was arrested, and the records for the rest of the accused were from 2018 to 2021. Lungisani so far is known as a friend to accused number 2 and accused number 4's nephew, as well as accused number 5's cousin. So Holmes further testified that accused number 2 communicated with accused number 3 around 1500 hours on the 26th of October, that is the day of the incident, 2014. And the number that he used was 0715951239. And on the 2nd of November 2014 at 1548, the accused number 5 was located at a tower in Vosloorus East. And that accused number 5 called accused number 3 on the same day, the 26th of October 2014, around 6 o'clock. So 07276768169 outgoing call on the 2nd of November 2014, 18:25:43, 61 seconds to accused number 5, 072395787. So this number 07239955787 is the number that Advocate Mshololo said it belongs to Lungisani Ndwandwe. So this number is the one that's being used to connect all of the 5 accused.
Yeah.
So the cell phone was using the tower from Vosloorus, implying that accused number 3 was in and around Vosloorus around the time of the incident when Senzo was killed. So in my opinion, and this is strictly my opinion, if there was any cooking here, this cooking is not making sure. This cooking is not quite coming together. It still has so many loopholes, because there was even a tussle when it came to hosts giving evidence on cell phone towers under cross-examination with Advocate Mshololo. Ho said that he is an analyst and he will not be testifying on cell phone towers. But when now it comes to placing the accused number 3 and number 5 in Vosloorus, he now gives evidence on cell phone towers. And the judge even fought the defense yesterday on Ho's and Baloyi's behalf, saying that Mnisi, he knew that Ho's is not the tower expert. And that Nisi said that he did not want to give evidence on towers under cross-examination with Mshololo. And the judge said that he did not want to give evidence on someone else's statement. He never said that he doesn't want to give evidence on towers.
Yeah.
So that was the defense that the judge was allowing, so that this tower evidence can be let through, you know? So even with Steyn, there was also room for doubt under this evidence of towers. Do you guys remember? Do you remember that, Mr. Anonymous, when it came to using towers to place the accused? Because some of them were bouncing off in Bloemfontein, in Limpopo. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
So even with lawyers or professional lawyers who have dealt with such cases, I remember Bafana Maungela's lawyer mentioning that this cell phone tower thing is not quite reliable because you could be in Alexander and then it picks up a tower in Sandton.
Yeah.
So he was very much against it. And I know that a lot of lawyers in this criminal law fraternity have done their due diligence to not really rely on tower evidence like that.
Yeah.
So conveniently, this tower evidence that Veiws has introduced is placing it to more or less paint a picture that they were in Vosloorus, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like they introduce it to make the state's case stronger. But when given the rest of the evidence prior to him mentioning of towers, here's how it goes, or it went. He's mentioning everything, the duration of the call, the seconds of the call, everything is going nicely. And then when he arrives at the 26th of October, he now slits in this tower information.
Yeah.
To say that the tower was at a specific location. But you were not consistent in providing towers with the rest of your evidence. And now you want to slot it in just because it's now the 26th of October and these people need to be placed at Vosloorus.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also this form of nipping and tucking evidence to suit the narrative that must be created. You know, we even saw with the other cases how the cell phone tower evidence is not exactly 100% reliable. You know, it can pick up any tower.
Yeah.
For example, the tower close to you can switch off. It does not mean that your phone stops working. It connects to the other alternative tower that's closer.
It hops around to the next one.
Yes, it keeps bouncing until it finds where it can connect. And so using cell phone tower information for location is rather suspicious. And you know what got me at a later stage is when now they use a picture
Yeah.
to draw a tower location from a picture.
No, it's simple. They need to stand up and ask questions. Since you are giving information about towers now, what happens if I'm in Joburg and in Vosloorus maybe there's electricity? Joburg doesn't have electricity.
What happens to my connection?
What happens to my connection? How far, in fact, that's what I would ask. How far this thing of a cell phone looking for the nearest connection can go? If we were to switch off everything here, how far would it go in looking for the next tower? I don't think he has that information. I don't think he knows that information.
Now the judge, who was not so long ago saying that the defense needs to place all the evidence on the record, was failing yesterday to call out Veiws to say, but no, you have been given evidence all along and all of a sudden you're now including towers, you know? If you testify on it here, then it's only fair that you testify on it everywhere. In fact, even defending it because it supports the judgment of, you know, what we allege his judgment is going to say. It more or less supports his judgment if he says he's gonna find them guilty.
Yeah.
To say that, oh, even the cell phone expert placed you around Vosloorus at the time of the incident.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So yeah, I felt that's a bit brief summary of what happened yesterday. But funny enough, today now tower information was included for some weird reason. It's almost like slept overnight. Let's correct some wrongs that were done yesterday. Let's polish it up. Because that's what happens even with the initial cross-examination. Veiws does an initial cross-examination. He gives his evidence. He goes through a cross-examination. Then he comes back with corrected information that he could not provide in the cross-examination initially.
You know, it's a blessing that they are mentioning towers. Because it'll be very interesting to know, because some of these calls are made, like the 2018 one, allegedly while they are in jail, right?
Yes, they said that he was 200 meters away from his cell.
200 meters away from his cell.
220 to be exact meters away from his cell.
And this is where the funny thing is. They are not able to pull out the messages though, because they must have that cell phone, right?
Yes, they have it. They confiscated it. Mohani said he took it.
You see, the funny thing is that it does not seem like they have these phones when they are asked about the messages. He says the messages must be downloaded on the phone.
Yes. As if the phone
he does
is
not
there.
follow that up with, we tried to download, but the message was not there, or we got the message. So he's talking about these phones. I don't know if you get me. Like, these phones are not with them.
Yes, that's how he speaks whenever he's asked about the content of the SMS. It's almost as if he doesn't have the phones. He's never had the phones.
Yes.
He only works with downloaded data from Stain, or downloads that he received from Stain.
That is where my problem is. If the state has proper grounds, as they claim, it should be a straightforward thing.
It should be.
Here's an SMS that was sent. The SMS says 1, 2, 3. Here's 1, 2, 3. Okay, we tried to download this phone. This one was deleted. Like they did with Bokeli.
Yes.
Because conveniently for Bokeli,
the SMSs were there.
Quite few.
Some of them.
They left quite few.
Yes. Some of them. They read them to us.
Mapopola, I think it was Mapopola's SMSs.
Yes.
This is where this thing is fun. And this is where only a person who does not want to think would believe it. It's unbelievable. Your own evidence where you say you can get this information if you download the phone, but you have the phone.
Who's the fool? Who's fooling who? What is happening? Who's fooling who? Are we the Popeyes or what? What is going on in that courtroom? I don't understand.
So if you have everything, just give us everything. Since when you are coming with proper information and you are even adding
you are
stuff,
doing better than Stain.
Just give us the SMSs then, so that we decipher these SMSs. We know, hey, Bontanzina, they did talk about this, saying that, hey, we killed Senzo or something like that. It was straightforward and easy like that.
But they're not coming. They're not gonna be coming.
So you listen to this, you're like, oh, there's connection. This is where people of South Africa worry me so much. What about the fact that these people are saying SMS was sent, but that SMS that was sent cannot be pulled on the phone because they cannot even talk about it? So they want to paint a picture of a skeleton that does not have bones. Nothing, no meat, no nothing. You're just painting a picture of a skeleton, casting aspersion, saying there was an SMS. Or Danzi could have sent this SMS talking about Senzo's death or planning Senzo's death, or I don't know, which is 2018, by the way.
It's like a game of cat and mouse at this point.
So they for someone who was confessing, for someone who gave them information, I think they should have downloaded that to corroborate the confession.
Yes.
on top of that, there's this Zungu character who also was testifying according to what happened. Today, isn't an SMS gonna be this last thing that you need that puts everyone at ease?
And Zungu knew these people in 2014. Why was it difficult to get the numbers from 2014 that they were using? He claims to know them, right?
Exactly.
And now, well, they confessed, 2 of them, confessions that have been made admissible. I mean, they could have easily given numbers from
In fact,
2014.
one can go as far as saying even Zungu's phone should have been downloaded.
Yes.
Since they were
He was
speaking,
a witness.
Since they were speaking to Zungu. Through
Yes.
the phones, he would send them SMSs or something and say, please tell your brother to stuff like that. That's evidence. Where is it?
Well, a host was now reading on towers, the same towers that he knew nothing about and did not want to comment on last week. What is even more concerning is that host took Stein's position last year of being an analyst. And the judge is alluding to him as a tower expert, because Mnisi was questioning him on that,
Are you an expert on this?
The judge said something very concerning yesterday when Ramasipili got up to question how Host's evidence was being presented. He said that Ramasipili must forget about cell phone towers, or forget about Stein, not cell phone towers, forget about Stein. And that concerned me.
So the evidence from Stein is done and dusted without any submission made in court to say, let us
we are ruling out Stein's evidence for Host. But why would you go and tell Ramasipili to forget about Stein's evidence? Why? Because it's in relation, and Ramasipili was pointing it out that we've heard this before. This is a repetition of Stein's evidence. And he's like, forget about Stein. Why?
As if now Stein never testified. We are, it's like in a de novo again state. It's a de novo where we forget about what was said previous courts.
Well, while we could not really quite see what's happening earlier on when the broadcast started, there are reports that Advocate Mshololo asked for 5 minutes to number the exhibits, the Section 205, directly from Vodacom. So it seems like it has arrived, right? So Baloyi said to Host that a subpoena was requested for the call data. Yesterday, a concern was raised regarding the authenticity of the data that Host used. He asked him, do you have the original data from the service provider? And Host said yes. Baloyi asked him to go over the data again using the original data from the service provider. So basically repeating everything he went through yesterday. I don't know, but I feel like there is some time-wasting tactic here.
Yeah, we're wasting time.
There is a plan to somehow drag Host's evidence
we are running
for as far
out
as possible.
of people to come and testify for the states. Believe in me. So we are waiting for an expert for the ballistic. So that Baloyi can try to put those people in that house.
Sure. Happy we are all tired at this point. I mean, I'm like, why is this evidence of Host taking so long? Honestly, it shouldn't. Honestly. It should not. But here he is reading irrelevant dates of the accused having made contact with each other. It's fine. But how is that helping solve the case? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going?
Yeah.
So Host said that this is the original Section 205 from the service provider, and he started again from the original Section 205, and he repeated the calls between accused number 5 Fiso Gutlentuli and accused number 3 Mtobisi Mncube on the 26th of October 2014, the day that Senzo Meyiwa was killed. Some of the phone calls picked from cell phone towers in Vosloorus. and he went on to the communication between Tuli and Mncube on November 2014. Now I'm gonna go and refer to my little handwritten notes here, because I was trying to look at these numbers and the connection that they have, especially for the 26th of October 2014. So the number is 2772768169, and this number belongs to Mncube, accused number 3. So they are saying he received a call from 2723995787, who the number is said to belong to accused number 5, while Advocate Mshololo, in her testimony, as well as Ngumalo, said that the number, this specific number ending with 5787, belongs to Lungisani. For the duration of 174 seconds on the 24th of October 2014, 18:26:36, that's the time, and the tower location is 29 Holt Street. So, originating call to accused number 5 with the very same number of 7277276686169. Now, accused number 5 with the very same number that is alleged to be that of Lungisani, 47 seconds on the 26th of October at 13:49. The tower is Phosphorus. Then outgoing call accused number 5 is very same numbers on the 26th of October 2014, 15:19:32. That's 50, the call duration was 55 seconds, and the tower is also Phosphorus. Received a call again from accused number 5 with the very same number that is said to be that of Lungisani by the defense. 89 seconds, 26th of October, 18:31:16 in Volta. I don't know how he pronounced it, but it was Volta or something like that.
You know what would be interesting is to find out where this man was, this Lungisani person. Where was he? And understand this thing of towers. Because it would be very, very interesting if he was not even in that province. Then we've got something in our heads. This is something when Mshololo is preparing this witness, he needs to look at. She needs to look at that, clarify that part first, because it might help, it might not help. Even though, if it was to say I was in Phosphorus also, it would be very interesting. It's because that's something we need to use to debunk these, in my opinion, lies.
Because now they are saying that there was communication between accused number 3 and accused number 5. On the day of the incident, they contacted each other 3 times.
The nice thing is that...
But the conversations are 47 seconds, 55 seconds, 89 seconds.
The nice thing is that this number does not belong to... this witness does not belong to the state. Because it would be very funny if that was the case. The witness belongs to the defense. So it will be interesting to see how this witness is used as the wild card to actually debunk a lot of this cell phone thing.
Baloina asked hosts to comment on the calls that caused Advocate Nisi to object. They caused him to object yesterday to the authenticity of the data. Particularly, he went to the 8th of November 2014. Of course, there's no relevance. There's no relevance. 8th of November, I don't understand why. But Ho spent quite some time looking for it. And Baloi said that it was a 94 seconds call. And Ho said that accused number 3 received a call from a number ending with 1987, which is that of Lungisani, or alleged to be that of Lungisani, as well as accused number 5. 13:37:45 is the time, and the tower is Lesedi. So 40 seconds, 8th of November 2014, he received a call from accused number 5, and the number now is ending with 7007 or 27007, which is a number that he admitted, that accused number 5 admitted. For 98 seconds on the 8th of November 2014, 21:15:16, the tower is Holt Street. Then he went back to the number ending with 5787, which either belongs to accused number 5 or Lungisani, and the tower is Moot Street. So these towers are basically in and around Johannesburg, the city. So what is the purpose that they serve so far is the question. On the 14th of November 2014, he received a call from a number ending with 27007, which is a number that accused number 5 admitted. Holt Street Holes went on and on until he read the number of accused number 5, where the number that he admitted of 7007 or 27007, that's the ending part of the number. For 110 seconds on the 21st of November 2014 and 1935-38, the tower is Bulgravia. 86 seconds on the 22nd of November 1324, the tower is Holt Street. Okay, and these conversations, 48 seconds, 55 seconds, 86 seconds, these people did not have much to talk about, eh? And another one on the 25th of November 2014. Now, Ho said that accused number 3 received a call from accused number 5 with a number ending with 277332590.
So these are calls that were happening on that month. On that
the month of November 2014.
Not on the day of the incident.
No, the ones that happened on the day of the incident are only 3. There are 3. So this number now was an introduction of a new number, because Mr. Anonymous, I had to go back to the numbers that were said belong to accused number 5.
Yes.
And this number that he just mentioned today, he didn't mention it prior. So we're going to take it as the 6th number.
Yes.
He didn't talk about it today, but today he introduced it like he's talked about it before. It's a brand new number for us, the people who are listening to the proceedings.
Yeah.
That they are saying belongs to accused number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Brand new.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And it's also a weird number. I don't know if people have paid attention. It's 27, which is 077. 3325902. I thought I had made a mistake somewhere.
Repeat it.
07733255902. I thought I had made a mistake, or maybe Hose called it incorrectly, or maybe there's an extra digit. I had to re-listen and listen again. Hi.
So it was
This
what,
number.
11 numbers.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's 11 numbers. So I guess he called 7 2 times. So he should have said maybe it's 073, not 077. It's 073 325902. Got it? 073 325902. How many digits is that?
Yeah.
It's 10 digits. Or is it 11?
I'm not counting.
With 27, it's supposed to be 11 digits, by the way. But when you say 0, they're supposed to be 10. So I don't know, guys, which number is 077 or 2777. I have never seen it before in my life. I have never seen it. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe it's the new numbers. Guys, help me out. Do you know of a number 077 or 2777?
There is 077. Yeah, it exists.
It exists.
Yeah.
When did it start existing?
I'm just thinking out of my head.
Because if I'm like, yo, I've never heard of a 77 number. If is it not recent? In 2014, we had a 77 number. Guys, help me out. Help me out in that department. I know you guys are very resourceful. You're going to find this information out. So the 26 seconds on the 22nd of November 2014, it was 1422 Tower Malaula Park. Okay? Now, Mr. Anonymous, you know I don't like leaving anything out, but today I had to because, wow, that was the most baseless, useless evidence I have ever had to listen to. It's almost like, no, we are being made tired. We are being made to check out, to sleep, and come back to... I don't understand what the plan is, but it seems like they're trying to make us lose interest for some weird reason. And we also have to remember that Colonel Mangena was supposed to testify on the 20th of May, but Nisi said that...
Yeah, 077 is an MTN.
Or is an MTN number.
Yeah, it has been there for long, eh?
For very, very long.
For 20 years.
Okay, that's better. 20 years. Because it's like, I've never seen such a number. So if it's been existing for 20 years, then okay. So it be. So shall it be. So also I was talking about Colonel Mangena. The fact that he was supposed to come and testify, the ballistic expert.
So are there section 205 for these numbers?
That's what Ho said. He said they are there.
For 077. So we might be seeing MTN person coming to testify. That's what I'm
I wouldn't bet on it. Ke Pinky Otlang. Only Pinky's coming.
It's only money that I want. If you don't give me money, I show you with your kid.
It's only Pinky was coming from Vodacom.
Only money
Miss
that I want.
By Fillingham, as Baloy would say. Yes, that's the only one we've heard. I don't think from other network providers will be coming. I don't think so. And also on the evidence of Colonel Mangena, Nisi said that they found a ballistic expert from Durban. So it seems as if that one from Pretoria, perhaps.
It's a good thing. I like it. But I have to say, I think it was legal aid that came to our aid in this form. But I'm still not happy that they get to pick and choose who they bring on the basis of whether they qualify and whatnot. I'm worried about that. But it's a good thing that it happened like that. I was worried about the guy in Pretoria.
Because already they were saying that him and Mangena need to meet. The judge recommended that the ballistic expert from Pretoria and Colonel Mangena meet before
I think Nis
they
also
testify.
suggested that.
Before they testify. And I'm like, why? For what reason? Why? Why must they sing a similar song? Like, why do they need to meet? He testifies on a separate work and evidence that he's done, just like Colonel Mangena testified on what he has done, right? Why do they need to meet up?
So, Emil, you are saying that there is no person that will gonna come and testify from your cell C and whatnot. It will be very interesting then.
No.
So only Pinky they got.
Yes. From Vodacom.
Okay.
She will be representing all the network providers, it seems.
All right.
So after the short adjournment, hosts continued to go over the communication between Ntuli Mncube in November 2014. Accused number 3 received a call from the number ending with 5902, which is a new number belonging to accused number 5, for 75 seconds on the 29th of November 2014. 100808. Cell phone tower is Pumla. For the number ending with 7007 for 103 seconds from the 29th of November 2014, 70 seconds. Then the 30th of November, The tower is Moy Street, and then on the
What is the tower? You know what
30th
would
of
be interesting?
November,
I would like to.
it's Moy Street.
Emily, keep these towers. Someone is coming with a very interesting theory here, saying that people from Fort Loras were complaining about internet network connections. So it'll be very interesting to know when these towers were built. Because they've named them, you give the names, but when were they built?
When were they built?
If you could just maybe for a different video, just look at these towers
one by one. Ooh.
I'm sure you'd probably be told when they were built. I don't know, but yeah.
Well, we'll look into it. Well, he received a call from accused number 5, a similar number that is also alleged to be that of Lungisani, ending with 5787 on the 6th of December 2014, Kwaduma, KZN. So I also did not record the rest of the December evidence. To me, I found it useless, you guys. I apologize if you needed to hear it, but we can't be going on like how Host was going on, okay? They literally connected two people that are convicted of being Nkabis. Did you see that, Mr. Anonymous?
Which I don't see a problem with that. They birds of the same feather.
They flock together.
They flock together. And there is no denying between those two?
No.
No. There's no denying that we know each other?
No.
There's no denying.
We haven't heard of it yet. And, yeah, they say they were around Johannesburg from October to December. Then what is the question? Does it change the fact that their DNA was not found in the Spaza house? Does it place them in the Spaza house? Hello, somebody. Well, in summary, before the long adjournment, cell phone data analyst Gideon Gouws told the court that Mthobisi Mncube, accused number 3, phoned Fiso Ntuli 3 times on the 26th of October, which is literally a summary or the only important thing from more or less 3 hours of testimony.
Oh, someone is saying 077 is Uganda MTN.
I knew there was something wrong with this 077. I knew it. I knew there was something wrong.
Please like the video. Please like the video and share the video.
Thank you. I felt it in my gut. I'm like 077. I knew there was something off about it. I knew it. I could feel it. It's just that I didn't have enough time to actually look it up. So thank you to who made that comment. It was very necessary. Okay, guys, let me continue. Ncube telephoned Ntuli 11 times between the date and the middle of December that same year. So after the long adjournment, Host started reading calls from accused number 3 that he received.
Look at how information is presented. Between the date of an incident. We want specifications on this date and this date. Why? Because it is important. Did they call each other during the incident?
Yes or no? Or even during, not necessarily during, but a time closer to the incident.
Now, here's another interesting question. They called Ncube called who?
Accused number 5.
Okay. Has the number that is said to be Lungisani's number been linked to any tower? Go back.
It has before the incident. And during the incident, or on the day of the incident, it's the number that's been linked 3 times.
To the tower?
of Vosloorus, but Johannesburg wise is before and after the day of the incident, up until December, where now it's in Kwaduma, KZN or something.
So that the very same number is linked to Watum.
Yes.
So
In December of 2014.
when
though.
accused number 3 was talking with the so-called number that allegedly belongs to Lungsani, but it is referred to as Nduli's number. Were there tower linkings there?
Yes, they included the names of the towers.
So that is between 2014 and what?
And 2015. 2014 from the one that I picked up is from October, November, and December.
It is linked to which towers?
Multiple towers. I mean, there's Moy Street, there's Holt Street, there's when I googled Holt Street, I found that it's somewhere in Johannesburg.
So is Moat Street.
Yeah, they are in and around Johannesburg. And then on the day of the incident, they now picked up Vosloorus towers. Vosloorus Tower, and then the last one says Volta or something like that. I couldn't hear his pronunciation or horse, but it's Vosloorus on the day of the incident. Vosloorus Towers, to be specific. And then afterwards, they go back to Johannesburg-based towers.
For both accused number 3 and accused the number, they both pick Vosloorus.
Yes. Vosloorus Tower. November also says Vosloorus Tower. And yeah, up until November actually, Vosloorus Tower.
Okay. We will hear from the questions. What will rise? Well, tomorrow you cannot run that much. As much as they are trying to prolong this thing, it's not gonna last forever.
Yeah. Well, host started reading accused number 3 that they received a phone call from accused number 5 in January 2015 after the long adjournment, with the number accused number 5 admitted that ends with 27007. This time the number was more consistent, but some calls were terminating. But these 50-second calls, though, the conversations are very short. They're less than a minute.
Agnetti, you see, I see you are hammering on that minute thing. What they are trying to show there is that it was a quick thing now. They were,
A quick thing over 11 times.
Was it 2014?
Now we are at 2015.
Now this is just to prove that they were talking.
For less than a minute.
Look, that is immaterial. What matters is to say, this your cell phone. Balo is now saying, I'm proving that you guys were talking, right? So whether it's long or not long, if they are saying it's not CF, which is call forwarding, then that's a communication.
So to those who were counting, Duli had contacted Ngube 28 times by the 17th of January 2015. Baloyi asked hosts about the calls on the 14th and 15th of November 2014. Data from the service provider. Baloyi asked hosts to read the serial number on the 14th of November, and hosts had said that the IME number changed to another number and went back to the number that it was before it got changed. But I'm also stunned because later on he reveals, okay, but that was for accused number 2. Baloyi asked host to read on his new statement that during cross-examination it was put to him that Ntanzi was not in possession of the Samsung model, the SMJ, there's a picture that was edited there on the 21st of, no, not on the 21st, but on the 4th of January 2021. So it just giving it away that these are corrections, in my opinion, because he was told during his first cross-examination by the defense that Tanzi had said that his phone was taken when he got arrested. So the first cross-examination almost feels like it was a training ground for the state as well as hosts. They were kind of looking at where the defense was going to go to see how, they can tailor their evidence. And now it feels like hosts has come with a bunch of useless information and trying to convince the court the date on the pictures cannot be edited. Remember how with picture evidence we deliberated on it about how the dates can actually be changed and tampered with.
Where does now hosts and the pictures?
He's now using the picture to prove that Ntanzi had his phone in away from a cell. 220 meters away from his cell. How when he was arrested and incarcerated? Like, make it make sense. This feels like a complete waste of time.
Cooking gone wrong. Cooking gone wrong. That's how it feels.
Gone left. Completely left. It's not coming together, this cooking. This alleged cooking. It's not coming together. Host, according to the data, says that it shows that Ntanzi was near Queenswood Tower, 220 meters away, to be more precise, away from the Valeria police station where he was incarcerated. So they are saying that Ntanzi had his cell phone with him 220 meters away from his cell while he was incarcerated, arrested. They are saying he edited this photo 220 meters away from his cell.
Allegedly.
So he picked the tower holes from the photo that was edited. What happened to picking the tower from the phone calls that we made? Now are picking towers from pictures. Is this a joke?
So wait, a picture can tell you a tower?
According to hosts. Not even a location, a tower. Ntagama. Tower connection from a picture. Is this a joke? Please someone tell me this is a prank. Someone is playing with our minds. Please someone help me out. How did we get this far? Mr. Anonymous. How does one use a picture to get the location where the phone was connected to which tower? Using a picture. Someone please help me make sense of this. I am struggling to process it in my head. IT people, come through. Please help me out. I don't understand. How did we get this far? This cooking is not coming together, allegedly. This alleged cooking is not coming together. It's a joke, in my opinion. Well, I'll continue. The judge wanted to know where the state was getting at. To me, it felt like he was assisting, He wanted the highlight of the main argument that will assist in his judgment. Because it sounded like it was important, the fact that the picture had information about the tower of the device.
That is scary.
The judge wanted clarity on this. And I wasn't blaming him initially. But the way he was asking, I now got concerned. I'm like, why are you not asking him how a picture picks up a tower? I think that's the first question that you should ask him. But no, he's not asking that. He wanted to know where they are getting at so that he has a final conclusion of what he's going to put in his judgment. And my heart started to beat. How are you not concerned that a tower is picked up from a picture that was edited? I digress. Baloyi said you'd recall that Mohani said that the cell phone was found in possession of accused number 2 on the 8th of February 2021. So if it was in his possession, why was it not with him 200 meters away from the police station? I'm just asking. It's just an ask. If you are saying that Mohani found him in possession of that phone, ne? And he took it in his cell, why was it not away 220 meters away from him? Which further proves the unreliability of the towers being introduced as evidence. Because this 220 meters away is a problem. From his cell is a problem. And Baloyi said that he received information Mohani on the 8th and proceeded to go to Valeria police station and then went into the cells and found the cell phone in possession of accused number 1. Also recall, you guys, that OB entry books were pulled, Mr. Anonymous. Mohani did not use OB entries to support this, did he?
No, there was no OB entry that says...
Mohani went into the cell, found a cell phone. Because now, if that OB somehow pops up, then we have every reason now to believe that there's cooking. Where was it all along when Mohani was testifying initially on how he found a phone? Remember, Mohani was also recalled when he added this piece of information. So the judge said that accused number 2 denied this thing of a phone having been found in his cell, obviously. Obviously, because he said the phones, both of them, his phone, including his sister's phone, were taken when he was arrested. And I don't know any police that arrest a person, admit them into their cells when they have phones with them. And if he had a phone with him, wouldn't he have struggled to call his loved ones to come and bail him or assist him? He's just been arrested, allegedly kidnapped, in my opinion. Wouldn't he have done that if he had a phone with him?
Yeah, the one of a tower is very disturbing. Geotech, yes. But a tower?
Geotech exists, but a tower connection is what baffled me. I know of geotech, I've heard about it before, where people can find your location in your picture, right? There's a reading there that they use, the geotech expert people.
Yeah, if you also enable the geotech feature on
yes, well, yes, you've set the location to be picked up as well. It can be picked up. The coordinates or something like that. The people who studied this thing know how to do it. So, a tower though. I'm finished. I am done. I am so over this.
So, in a sense, we have just summarize what looks difficult when you listen to hosts, just like that.
I'm finished. Aziom Kaleli cross-examination.
No, they need to
It's
ask.
gonna be recalled again with
about the
other
tower.
amended affidavits or statements. Because now he has to make this make sense of how a tower can be found using a picture that was edited. That accused number 2 denies I have taken, which kind of now brings a theory of what if, I'm not saying that's the case, what if the police had the phone with and they were doing the things,
Yes.
building their case,
Mm-hmm.
allegedly? What if? You know?
Possible. You can never rule it out.
I mean, if they arrest you, they take your phone. And if Ntanzi said, I didn't have my phone, then who had Ntanzi's phone?
So another thing to look at. Sometimes instead of making a call to whom, makes a call to
Accused number 3, accused number 2, accused number 5, accused number
he
3,
was on the relax
accused,
mode.
accused number 1, accused number. They are saying confess, or you have a confession. Confessing is not easy to the police, and not once you think of calling your loved ones. Initially, when they said this, when Mohan introduced this, I thought it would be to support that maybe he called Mjiako, you know? I was thinking maybe that's where they are going. To my surprise, they want to drag it over here at the cell phone analyst stuff to connect all of them.
You know how stupid this case is made? You claim that there was a call made to everyone, even the lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
But in your evidence,
There's no call to the lawyer.
you would expect Baloyi to
Strengthen his case
to
by saying
strengthen
he
his
called
case of
Mjiako.
Mjiako. Here's the number of Mjiako. Do you
Don't be
understand?
surprised if it's added next time Gouws comes to testify. Because after cross-examination, he's going to amend a couple more things, in my opinion.
This shows that these things are just not genuine. Like, you claim that you called Mjiako, and then you cannot prove through the section 205. You know, this was an opportune time to prove that
Maybe they're getting the ideas. They will do it at the later stage.
like Mjiako's Mshololo's number.
The cooking never ends.
Like Mshololo's number, you know. You'd
You know,
expect them to say, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're
But
calling
they
Mjiako.
saw it more important to mention Mshololo's number instead of the fact that accused number 2 called Mjiako.
This is what happened when you are cooking and you are eating at the same time. The spoon that you ate before you steer or whatever stew you were doing, it's not gonna be the same as the one when it's getting a bit better.
No. Cooking is exhausting.
So you are eating
It's tiring.
food that is raw.
Mm.
Then later on you want it to taste the same as.
Yes.
It's a
And
mess.
it's like cooking when you are hungry as well.
It's just a mess, man. This shows us because we are lying here. Ngampela, where is Mjiako's number? Eh?
We don't know. We don't know if Mjiako's number is. We don't know.
Family's number.
A family member's number.
This was an opportune time to say, hey, look, you called Mjiako here.
And Tanzi said, I had my sister's phone. Mjiako said, Nkulumile no sisi. So which sister? with one phone. And where did he get the number? This thing is a mess. This thing is a mess. Let me tell you, one thing I like about the dragging of useless evidence like this, it reveals a lot. It really does. It reveals a lot. So that's why I will sit on it. As boring as it sounds, I will listen and I will analyze and I will do it. Because I know there's something wrong. Something has to be wrong.
Apparently, Baloyi has never lost a case.
Is that a good thing? That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing at all. It's not. I know a lot of people would pride themselves with something like that, but that's not a good thing. We learn from failure. We learn from losing.
Well, how can you lose a case if some of your cases are like this?
Oh! And if that's the case, then how many people has...
I would never lose a case also if I had everything just put on a silver platter for me. There's someone who's looking at the back and gives it to me as soon as it gets ready.
A conviction rate is okay and fine for me if it's something like 98% or 99%. It lets me know that one nyana loss gotten or two nyana. You know, some losses are there, but 100%.
But does it strike you as someone who can have 100%?
No. His conduct throughout this trial, no. Which is why it's even more concerning. It's even more scary. It's scary. It just sent shivers down my spine. I'm actually scared. I'm freaked out. His conduct and how he presents evidence and how... I have no words. Well, Mnisi said that he doesn't know what the witness is testifying about. One moment he's talking about the towers in Queenswood, and the next moment accused number 2 is disputing the fact that the phone was found in his possession. And the next thing, they are seeing figures there on the screen. He said that he doesn't know what is the relevance of all of those figures in relation to the topic that the court was raising to the state. Then Baloyi said that if the data to show that when the cell phone of accused number 2 first made contact with the Queenswood Tower. So we're going to allege that this Queenswood Tower is important. And maybe it's somewhere closer to Valeria. Nisi asked if it's the section 205 of accused number 2. Well, Ramasipili stood also to say that the testimony of Veiws is not proper before court. The basis had not been laid, and now they're talking about Queenswood. Several numbers have been attributed to accused number 2. They are not being told in which respect is this cell phone number and the data. Veiws said that when he testified about the downloads he made with the 2 SIM cards found for accused number 2, the pictures on the phone, and the judge said that he said that that was not him there on those pictures. Accused number 2 said it wasn't him. And Veiws said that the picture was edited on 21/01/04. This is night time. On the 1st of November, it was put to him that the phone was not in the possession of the accused, but it was taken by the police on the 16th when he was arrested. Veiws said that all he knows for the section 205 is that he was away 220 meters from the cells where he was detained with the phone in his possession. Now, how does Veiws know that the phone was in his possession?
I guess section 205 can also tell you that.
Well, the date was the 4th of January 2021, Mshololo said that she should see that the witness is now moving to another number, that they are on another number now, and she wanted to be directed to the exact exhibit, the section 205 in particular of accused number 2. Also, the service provider affidavit, as well as the name of the agent who did the section 205. Well, then Baloyi said that he was given them, he gave them the downloads. You know how he plays it. I was on a CD, but he didn't say a CD. He said he gave them the downloads. Mshololo did not come to play today. She said, listen, I have brought the laptop and the memory stick now. I want the name of the folder where you are saying that these exhibits are at. I want that. She didn't come to play today. She was like, I want the name of that folder that you are saying this exhibit is in. And just like that, there was now an adjournment. Because
you shouldn't see that there's nothing.
Baloyi wanted for hosts to continue, and he said that they will print them again for the defense counsel. And just like that, there was an adjournment, because now, how do we see that?
No, because good thing, Madam Sholol. Good thing. You must bring that thing, even that date.
The laptop and
bring
the
it.
memory stick.
Hey, we are tired of hearing that thing.
Sholol is also fed up, you guys. I think she's tired of this case.
Hey, we are tired, man.
I think she's tired of this case.
That court, people have been lying on the stand as lawyers.
And she's like, I just want the name of the folder. Just give me the name of the folder. I have the laptop here and I have the memory stick. Give me the name of the folder where this exhibit host is testifying on is at.
Let's go.
Okay, guys, I'm done. Please.
Yeah.
The lines are now open.
All of them, they should bring their laptops now. This thing of
paper. No, it's not working.
Bring your laptop.
Bring your laptop, bring your iPad, bring your electronic devices. Let them show you exactly where the downloads are as he's testifying.
I think Mshololo is wounded. I mean, the way the judge has been treating her.
It's very, very robust. It's bully tactics. It's pull her down syndrome. It's giving very much bullying, in my opinion.
Then you hear that apologist. Who's that apologist who was in NCA?
That lawyer. Is he even a lawyer? What is he?
He's a lawyer, apparently. He's some part of leader of some black what.
He's always off tune, that one. He's not connected to the
He's
proceedings.
the one that was saying
comments
to
things
Tifa.
that are off.
He's an apologist, that lawyer.
He's an apologist.
For me, he's an apologist. The one who was bashing Tifo. Now it was time for him to bash the judge. He actually bashed Mshololo.
As Mshololo is shouting, Mshololo should not be shouting. What about the judge who said that he's in a tavern? He goes to taverns, and it was unfortunate.
I don't know how they chose that man to be part
Why is he talking on this?
DLA, isn't it Black
I don't
Lawyers
think
Association?
I don't know what he is. I don't even look him up. I'm just annoyed every time he opens his mouth on mainstream media. I'm like, why are you speaking like this, Wena? Why are you speaking like you're not watching with the rest of the country? Why are you apologizing or being apologistic for people that don't behave professionally? And to think that he was on Advocate Tifo's case. Ha! He's Katele, guys. Yo, I'm so exhausted with all these people who don't have a backbone. I'm so tired. Speak the truth. Why you gotta massage, go around willy-nilly? When someone is wrong. Correct their behavior. Correct it. So how is he supposed to be in the future, maybe reach the Constitutional Court with this kind of thingy that follows him, where he's always on the fence? doesn't want to offend. Judge Ratha is retired. I don't understand why you want to tiptoe around him like you're going to be getting a promotion from him or a recommendation or something. He's retired. Do you understand? Why do we do this to each other? Why? He was wrong. He poked Mshololo. The rest of us were watching. We're not even lawyers, but we were watching. And we know who is wrong in acrimony. How come you don't? Mr. Anonymous, you're going to open the lines. I'm ready to hear from our family what they think. Or you're looking for him and the commentary that he did for ENCA. I'm so disgusted by it. Oh my God.
That one is an apologist. That's my opinion.
I think you should play it for our family so that they hear what we're talking about. I am so upset. I'm so upset.
I can play it, but I don't think it will be.
Just play the voice.
It will be difficult because it's here.
Mm-hmm. What you can do is take the link.
Yes. It's going to be difficult.
Take the link. No, I don't think it will be possible. Let me write it down for you.
I don't know who's this man, but yeah, he's always
commenting on this case.
I'm sorry, this guy, he pisses me off.
So yeah, he always comments and we've been quiet. We've been like, hey, maybe he's afraid. Maybe. Aye, but it reaches a time.
I'm afraid I wouldn't put it far from him.
There comes a time when people have got to have backbones now. No.
You can hear him and he's moving like, you know.
He doesn't want to offend
massaging
Borata.
the feelings.
He doesn't want to offend Judge Ratha.
Unfortunate that such things were
like
said.
His life depends on it. No.
Come on. If that's how LPC certified people are. Oh yeah, someone sent it here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
If that is how being satisfied with this LPC.
Thank you. You actually made the process a little bit easier for us. Thank you so much.
Register.
This is what bores me about being a lawyer. I don't like being chained. Like every time I have to speak, I have to count because somebody.
Considerable respect.
I want to make sure that it comes out properly.
All right.
So I'm playing it on my phone. I'm worried about the sound.
With the phone, it does come through.
Okay.
It does.
And this raises questions about the judge's court.
But wait, I think it's off there.
Are we reading too much into this, or is there some issue here to look at?
That comes on your headset, right?
Assistance of
no, I can't hear it.
Petitioner.
I can hear it.
Oh, you can hear it? Okay, let me stop disturbing. Okay, guys, let us know if you can hear it. Please let us know if you can hear it.
Good afternoon. Welcome to ENCA. Zola, thank you very much for your time. Before we start talking, I want to play a clip that was on live stream last week on ENCA of one moment in court that raised eyebrows. There were other moments, but this was just one. Let's take a listen.
Sir, out of the 5, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers.
Yes, the
Only at least one.
in paragraph 24, you admitted one.
Okay.
I should have please that is not correct.
Yesterday, wait. Yesterday was not put the way I'm putting it.
It was also admitted that he admits that number ending with 176 that it belongs to his mother.
Yes, anyway, fine. Let's proceed. You remember the mother of Tembegile, blah, blah, blah. Mother of Tembegile is the mother of abuse number 5. He knows the number. That's how you put it. Number 5 knows the number because it's her mother's number, but the mother is deceased. You don't remember saying that?
No, my not.
Mr. Bayoy, wait. You remember somebody was deceased?
Yes, that's precisely what it was said.
Yes, I listen and I write notes.
Madam, I've never said that you were changing what we said in respect
Okay,
of
fine.
about
Let's proceed.
to the mother of the accused. I've never said anything about that, and I don't know the reason why the state is standing up when I'm cross-examining. Because you can note down and do that in re-examination. That's not the procedure. To disturb when counsel is doing cross-examination.
Well, firstly, my colleague doesn't have to raise a voice, and secondly, we submit that we are within our rights to put the correct information.
What was the assertion by counsel yesterday? Well, regarding those numbers?
The assertion was that the...
My Lord, it's wrong for the state to respond on my behalf. I'm the one who was cross-examining.
Please, there's decorum in court. So the tavern. I normally attend taverns in Soweto.
I don't attend taverns.
Yes, that's why you don't know what happens in a tavern. Say, just clarify this.
Zola, welcome. I mean, that interaction has got a number of aspects that concerned me just watching and looking at it without understanding really how court works. Just first up, I mean, the apparent condescending nature of the prosecutor Baloyi towards advocate Mshololo, but also for me more concerning is the judge talking about a tavern, saying that he normally goes to a tavern in Soweto, and when advocate Mshololo says, I don't know, I don't go to a tavern, he says, yeah, that's why you are behaving like this, because you don't know. So does she have to go to a tavern to know how to behave in a court of law?
Good afternoon, brother. Good afternoon to the viewers out there. Firstly, my point of departure is to place on record.
Okay.
Of departure is to place on record that I have considerable respect for all my colleagues involved in this court matter, and my respect for the judge is equally immeasurable. However, the clip that you have just shown is not good display on either side, because at the end of the day, those who are watching and following these proceedings may not necessarily be steeped in legal processes, but they are going to make a judgment call on the apparent display of tempers flaring, emotions running high, counsel being impatient with one another, and the judge taking jabs, which I think, with respect in my view, are a bit unfortunate. But having said that, the short answer to your question is that Advocate Mshololo does not need to go to a tavern to understand court decorum. I think that comment by the judge might be meant in jest, but it is unfortunate because, quite rightly, Mshololo was entitled to retort in the manner that she did. I think in instances where tempers run as high as they did here, you would expect the judge to exercise a fair amount of restraint himself, so that whatever comments he makes may not be seen as in and of themselves being inflammatory. In this instance, that particular comment about the tavern did not assist the situation much, and with respect, I think it may itself have had the effect of undermining the very court decorum that the judge was at pains to protect, as he should. Here's a take. I think lawyers, by their very nature, are creatures that have developed thick skins over time, and it is not unusual for lawyers to take jabs at each other, judges to take jabs at each other, but you do so in an environment that is receptive to that type of environment. For example, a certain joke may be passed in jest if the mood in the court will be receptive to that, but not when counsel are screaming at each other. You make a comment like that. I think it is an unfortunate comment by the judge, but equally, my colleagues' conduct towards each other is equally deplorable. For example, in terms of court decorum, if I am on my feet addressing the court, and a colleague of mine, rightly or wrongly, is aggrieved by what I am saying and they stand up, court procedure dictates that I must sit down allow that particular person to say what they say, and once they are done, then I can be on my feet again and express my discomfort or my displeasure. So you cannot go on your feet.
So how should we interpret that exchange? Because it seemed like Advocate Mshololo was saying she was still the one who was cross-examining the witness, and now the prosecutor in Mr. Baloyi is trying to explain what she was trying to say the day before, and she didn't really take kindly to that.
Now, there were two exchanges. The first part is there is nothing wrong in Advocate Baloyi standing up while Advocate Mshololo is addressing the court. The minute he is on his feet, Advocate Mshololo must resume her seat, hear what Advocate Baloyi has to say, and the judge may direct otherwise. But once Advocate Baloyi has now sat down, Advocate Mshololo would be perfectly entitled to raise her displeasure with the fact that she was interjected. It is not uncommon, it happens all the time. But secondly, when the issue of Advocate Mshololo took umbrage about Baloyi responding, it happened at the back of the judge having recognized Advocate Baloyi on his feet, and the judge himself directed that question to confirm what counsel said the day before to Advocate Baloyi. So it was wrong of Advocate Mshololo to take umbrage at that stage and direct it to Baloyi. But secondly, when the issue of Advocate Mshololo took umbrage about that is where I am saying she could have done better. There was no need for her to raise her voice. She may have had a point to say, I am better positioned to explain what I said. And that is that should have taken with the judge directly, but without raising anyone's voice.
Which happened there, unfortunately. You could see the frustration and hear it in Advocate Mshololo's voice. Now, back to the judge in the last minute we have with you, Zola, before you go, and thank you again for your time this afternoon. I'm just wondering, as an ordinary citizen, if I hear a judge in such a very big case that has such huge public interest, like the Senzo Meyiwa trial, say, I go to taverns normally in Soweto. I'm thinking, okay, we're all humans. We all have a drink on a while. Some people don't drink, but we don't. But to say that in a court of law, to say, I normally go to a tavern in Soweto, when the day he passes judgment and makes, I'm going to be thinking in the back of my head, maybe I was in a tavern.
I think, and I don't mean to carry any candle for the judge in question. He's quite capable of doing that himself. But I genuinely do not believe that it was meant in all seriousness. It is unfortunate that it was said in a court of law, but I don't even think he even goes to taverns. But it was an unfortunate reference and a bad example at all. I think it could have been avoided. I cannot justify that. It was simply out of line, but it might have been meant lighthearted. But given the moment at which it happened, when tempers were flaring, everybody was clearly frustrated. And maybe they should have been frustrated, but the judge is equally frustrated because the case is taking far too long. And, counsel are taking jabs at, and he might have been saying, let's get on with the show. And in his choice of diction or example or hyperbole, he chose this one that didn't sit well with Advocate Mshololo. And correctly so, if I were here, I would equally be frustrated because I don't go to taverns, so my understanding of court decorum should not be measured by whether or not I patronize certain taverns. So I think it was in poor taste. With hindsight, I'm sure the judge is going to reflect and he might even withdraw. But I don't think we should read too much into it. I don't think he was being disrespectful. He might have been using it as hyperbole, but unfortunately it didn't go down well. And it's not as because not everybody understands court decorum.
Yeah, and I mean, one would hope he would have learned from that earlier incident when he made a general statement about black lawyers' behaviors, and he was taken to task by the Black Lawyers Association and others. Hopefully, we get to see different decorum. But of course, it is a frustrating, long trial. But let's hope that professional decorum will be available in court. Thank you very much for your time, Zola Majavu, senior legal.
Legal, what expect? I don't know. But
if that's what a senior legal expert sounds like, I'm scared.
He is holding a candle saying, I'm not holding a candle. You know these law people.
You are.
They
You have
can
sided
lie.
with the judge.
They can lie in your face. I'm not testifying. That's what the judge would say.
And then he proceeds
And
to
he
testify.
proceeds to testify.
Now that is a
Yeah,
class.
now that's a complete show. Now let's hear what you guys have to say.
A master class in deriding.
Someone says, I agree with you, Mr. Anonymous. He does not come across as it does come across as an apologetic, as an apologist in a sense. I call it diplomatic. For me, though, I regard it as a good noise that the public must be made aware of, particularly from the mainstream media. Remember, the word unfortunate is just a good command of English language, which is in the context really means it was wrong. No. It was wrong of Mshololo. Now,
It was unfortunate.
when
that the judge.
when it comes to a judge, it was
It was
unfortunate.
unfortunate.
This is where I understand what the unfortunate would in this context
It
mean.
must also be unfortunate for Mshololo.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Which is more diplomatic. Oh, which is
But
more,
honestly, Mshololo is the one who was wronged in the situation.
so
She did nothing wrong in the situation. She's
yeah.
cross-examining. Baloy stands up with useless question, throwing her off, and then the judge entertains the useless question that has nothing to do with her cross-examination. Right?
I look, I'm not against the fact that you're right, it's your opinion, but all I'm saying is that you can't use selective words for the same thing that you are calling out on Mshololo. It is wrong when it's Mshololo. It is unfortunate when someone in a very same sentence. Actually, we get that a lot at where we work. Sometimes we've worked in many companies. We would go to works and certain people would actually make the same mistake that you make. It is unfortunate for them. For you to be wrong. Guys.
No, Mshololo was wronged in the situation, and it would have been nice for her to be in an unfortunate as well, instead of saying she's wrong. How is she wrong?
And thank you for the video again. I thank you for the video. Yeah, that clarity, I think, for me, that's what I was looking for. Zanzi, hello. Zanzi,
Hi,
hello.
Mr. Anonymous and Miss Emily. How are you guys?
Hi,
Hi,
how are
Jonah.
you, Jonathan? Hello.
I'm well. Oh, yeah, now I can hear you.
Yes.
I think my take for the day, I just think having to go there, it wasn't as much, I'm sure, entertaining or exciting to hear the curing of this case by reading all these phone numbers and back and forth. I think that's more tiring, and it's for me it was very tiring. But I agree with Emily. If we are here to listen to the case, we must sit in and listen to what the state also puts on the table, so that it can be rebutted by the defense counsel. And it's just tedious and it's tiring to watch. It was very tiring to watch that today.
Yes.
And I was just waiting for when is he finishing. But I understand that he's eating for time, and I was praying that they don't say one from the defense or someone reminds and says, "Oh, it's voting tomorrow. Oh, it's not tomorrow. It's next week. Sorry,
Yes.
forgot. Sorry. I forgot. It's not tomorrow." So I was thinking that someone would. I was thinking of voting. So my bad. So
Can't wait.
yeah, no, I can't wait for you guys to vote. So. But yeah, no, it's tedious, man, and it was very tiring just to hear people go back and forth, and then you have the judge correcting things. I heard someone that said, "Oh, at least the judge was asking good questions," or was on Baloy's case. No, he was not on Baloy's case. He wanted something to be placed on the record for him later on.
Yes.
And then that's where I agree with you, Mr. Anonymous, because I also picked that up, that this guy, he wasn't doing that to help the defense or the accused. He was just doing that because sometimes the state Baloy misses things, and then he pushes for that thing to be placed on, and then Baloy tries to argue with him, and then he tries to push it again, and then Baloy is like not getting. It's almost like get this thing, man. I'm trying to show you the thing, but you're not seeing, and then he gives up because he sees his puppet. What they were colluding, wherever cooking, he's not on the same page, and that also is what I said last week with host, where he was trying to get host to put something according to what he wanted, and I think more and more of that is happening in the courtroom where the judge. Last week we did hear about the 1927, 28.
Yes.
Herzog, whoever that guy is. But we heard about that. But it seemingly, when it happens from the judge, we are not reminded. Only when the state is in deep waters, we hear about this 1927 or 28 cases.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that I can't wait for the defense. That's all I'm waiting for, because then they must just do their homework on these numbers, and probably sometimes I do wish that they listen to these shows to just take points on things that because sometimes they go to court and they really don't pick on the things that we are saying here, and then you wish that they actually do sit with other lawyers, probably sit with like-minded people. And not to be individuals when they're dealing with this case and say, no, this is my client. I'm doing this for me. No, this is about people's lives, and you really need to put things on the table that and try to work with like-minded minds, because as you played Zola Majavu, you have people with that type of mentality who. And also, there's another guy from Judges Matters, because when you were speaking about Zola, I didn't know it was Zola. I thought it was the guy from Judges Matter from the University of Cape Town, because he's another one. He's another one who actually has that same stance of protecting judges even when they're wrong, or he doesn't come out in saying, no, when judges matter, yes. But when they're wrong, or when they don't apply the rules or the law as should be, it should be fair game. It can't be the other way around, where judges are the untouchables.
Yes.
But then you have lawyers who then have to, because that's creating that fear mentality within a courtroom where I am right, you can't challenge me. If you do, you'll be sanctioned, or you'll license, or you'll be suspended for, and we can't have a law such as, yes, we don't want lawyers to be disrespectful to the judge, but neither do we want judges to be disrespectful to because as much as they juniors in position, in rank or position, they still lawyers. They all still have to apply the same laws.
Yes.
As Rata says, he likes intimidating Umalo, I think it is, and saying, you will also sit here one day.
Yes.
Trying to say that he's trying to imply that he also will have to implement the rules as he does, which is a slap on the guy's integrity, because if you're saying that I must judge like you, you're saying I must be corrupt like you, and that's alleged for me. Yeah. Thank you for allowing me to to open up the evening. I'll listen on the TV. Have a nice evening, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. You too. Thank you for calling.
Right, let us hear this. I'm going to read this. Good morning, family. I didn't even know it was the morning. My take on this issue of Advocate Mshololo. I'm saying it serves her very well. Chicken have come home to roast. Do you remember when she was playing to the Garali during the time of Advocate Tifo, dancing for the state? At times she even undermined Tifo to an extent of questioning his qualifications. Do you remember when Tifo asked who is Mshololo to teach me about law? Kama has no menu. You get what you deserve. She is not friends of the state. She's the defense counsel. She had long forgotten her role in that Rata court. She's not special. I'm so happy for the treatment she's getting. That has bring her mind back and prove her Rigo we have been waiting for. Yeah,
I have to admit, it is bringing out the shark.
Yes,
Mshololo, and I love it.
Yes.
And
I've called
the
out.
shark.
I've called out. I don't know how many times I called out Mshololo when it was not fashionable.
Yes.
In my
and yeah, you were getting.
There are people who really support Mshololo as an advocate, and I right now I'm on a side that really loves Mshololo. Of what she did, or of what she does now.
Yeah.
I'm happy with what she does, what she's doing now. Now it shows that this is what, in my opinion, this is what a defense is supposed to do.
Yes.
You are fighting for your client. You know, shouldn't be there to make friends. You know, that was the problem that I had at the time. So it's a good thing that Mr. Afro maybe left, because he was treating her with a glove. So that was the problem. So now we got someone who's stepping on her corners most of the time.
She is sharp. She's active. She's alive in the courtroom.
Yes.
And I love it.
That is what I would have wanted to at the time of during Tifo's time.
Yes.
I don't think some of the things that happened to Tifo would have happened if they were working the same way as they are working now.
Yes.
Mzansi, hello. Mzansi, hello. We are reconnecting, sir. Right. Please try again. In my own opinion, you know, I don't think that some of the things that Tifo has went through would have been the case.
It's true, though. It's true.
So
at the beginning stages, when Maumela was still nice, it was nice.
Mzansi, hello.
Hey, Mr. Anonymous.
Sir, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right, sir.
I'm good. Emily, how are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
Are you good?
Yes, I'm well. Thank you for asking.
I'm good. Firstly, let me just talk about Mr. Majavo a little. That, you know, this man has a tendency of saying things that, you know, supporting the state case. Remember, he was the first attorney to bash Tifo.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, and so we not some of us are not surprised by the comments that he made on that clip that you played with Praten. So we were not surprised. Secondly, moving to the case, can you just hold on? Let me just drop it. I'll call back.
All right, cool. Thank you,
Sheshe, for your super chat.
Thank you very much for your super chat, and thank you, guys. Please like the video, share the video. Let us go, guys. Thank you very much, Sheshe. I mean, it's really dry these sites. Maybe that's why they are cutting our internet.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
We never know.
Tough
But yeah,
times.
it was something that happened. We're back now. The caller was raising good points. If you ask me, unfortunately, we got disturbed. Let me see if I can.
Sanibonani, Mr. Anonymous and Emily.
Yes.
Ube ngasho ngobalwe ukuthi information ka 2014 ayisatholakali. Vodacom ithi indala. If it's more than 3 years bayayi destroy. Manje seyibuya phi le information ka 2014? Ayamangaza ngempela.
Well, the 2017, the 2014 one is mostly on accused number 3. I think they got it during that time.
When he was arrested for the case that he's currently incarcerated for. That's where they got the 2014.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Hi, how's Amy?
Hi.
Hi, Mr. Anonymous.
Hi, sir.
I'm doing the ladies first. Yeah,
it's a good thing.
Yeah, right. I want to touch on the guy who was interviewing this video that you just played now.
Yes.
For the first time, I hear correct questions. Someone asking something that I also watched. Most of the time, these people, when they ask these people, it's like everything is staged. It's like it's rehearsed before. But this time, this guy was asking the right stuff.
Yes.
So I'm giving a 8 out of 10 there.
Yes.
Okay, as you call up over here, he has nice code. Before I run more further, I wish, I don't know what names they are done.
Yeah.
I wish defense must call Umukhula, that Mrs. Mfundis.
Yeah.
That woman, the last time she testified, she was breaking. She was breaking. If she can come again, I think, I don't know who's going to.
Yeah.
So I don't know what can bring her back, that woman. If I was defense, I was going to make sure I find something to call it back.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is on the towers, especially that one they say is 220 meters away from where the guy was kept. When you look at how it happened when Tanzi was arrested, Tanzi almost spent his life in the Fortuna. So if the defense can check when was the phone recovered as the guy who recovered the phone, and they can go to the, what you call this thing here, AVL, and check where was Ntanzi by then. Because Ntanzi was in the Fortuna. Drop in, drop out, book in, book out, book in. So it's a mess. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that's my part of ranting for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. And also bringing up the AVL.
Thank you very much. Guys, sorry about the black screen. I did not see that I've lost the sight of that. We are back now. Thank you for calling it out. We are looking at a lot of things. Yeah. Mzansi, hello. Mzansi, hello.
Mr. Anonymous, I'm back again. Sorry for that. I had to attend to a client.
Not a problem, sir.
Yeah. Moving to the proceedings. I love the new advocate Mshololo, that courtroom is not a church or a birthday party. It's a war. So if there need be a fight, she must fight.
Yeah.
And she must fight a good fight, not necessarily that she must, put whatever, like the vulgar and everything, but she must stand firm. You see? Yeah. And she must not be intimidated because of she's the woman, because of, remember guys, this is about people's lives.
Yes.
It's not about her, it's about the lives of people that she's defending. Yeah, and then moving into yesterday and today's proceedings, you know, I'm not. I want to agree with you guys that I think time is being pushed here. So we time pushing. There's nothing really much, man, that it's been happening for the past couple of days. There's nothing, and even the numbers are not numbering there. You know, the numbers are not numbering, and I mean, you hear hosts mumbling. I'm not even sure how is it going to be acting tomorrow because of it's going to be cross-examined. So I don't know. I don't know. But all I can say is that I think if I was Advocate Baloyi, I would have long shut this thing down. Because they're not winning. Maybe they're hoping that the Mangena will place those guys in the house. As the other caller last week said, that how are they going to change the statement of the people in the house when they say they saw a revolver? And then Mangena says, no, it was a 9mm. How are they going to maneuver around that?
Yes.
And again, with also, I want also to agree with you guys that there was no need. I don't even think there's a need that Mangena should meet with the other ballistic from the defense side. Why should they meet? Because they can't be singing the same tune. Remember, the idea of calling the other ballistic expert is to rebut the evidence of Mangena. So if they meet, then there might as well be no point that the other ballistic should be there. Yeah, so I'm just saying that they should not meet because of that guy, he must appear to be independent from the state. I'm not saying must side with the defense, but must be independent from the state. If he meets with Mangena, then it means he's no longer independent on the state side. He's no longer independent. He's now with the state.
Yes.
Because of his going to be singing the same tune that Mangena is singing. So yeah, we were just hoping that tomorrow maybe the cross-examination might not be long because of I'm tired of hosts. I'm tired of them.
We all are.
I'm tired of cell phone towers that doesn't connect. I've never heard, even I Googled it, I've never seen a photo they say it connects you to a tower. Yes, it connects you to a geographic area or geotech area, but not with a cell phone tower. So I'm tired of him. Because of his being, this is how many third week now, host has been on the stand.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the third week now. So it really shows that maybe the other witnesses that Baloyi had relied upon, they chicken out because of they see that it's too hot to handle. Maybe they saw that those guys that are not playing, they're really, really mean business. So maybe Baloyi doesn't have witnesses. Who knows?
Who knows?
Because of why they keep on bombarding the defense with lots and lots of paperwork, of numbers, Section 205s that are many. So it's not happening there in not high court there in Pretoria, guys. Right? It's not.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Have a good evening. Or have a good evening. Enjoy your morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey. Kwana, we are all tired of host Shem. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I'm also exhausted.
It's to wrap it up now. Cross-examine and don't come back. It's fine.
The one witness you don't want back,
no,
he's going to come with new evidence.
He's going to come with other redacted statements or amended statements again for the third time. No, it's fine. It's okay.
Right. I think, Zanzi, hello.
It did that. Anonymous.
Yes.
Wawana mona botata kimo. Bunda tizola majafo ska waria nka bona batho bao wa tsa batho ba mokhatlo ono o yellow. Ke same WhatsApp group ka ofela. Whatever when they phoso ke comrade. They are there for themselves, not for us.
Yes.
So no chinana 7 days left. Reshapa the triple X. Rebanta ka ofela bona. Re kala fati lona kisi tamele kala fati obana badwana ndleki bana imagine mutu no china mama accuse ka something and then 5 months one for position you ka dim na ana fe so batho ba daka rona bana ba bata triple X and shame on NPA, shame on Judicial, shame on Mapunisa, Kaufela Warner, shame on them.
Yes.
But whoever deserve a triple X, River Chapaka X fella of fella Valakele Quanana, Abanama Baga, but to work of fella. Imagine noting on the judge who work at tavern, or to get also the underage tavern noting. Ralla noting, you know, tavern, car auto. Madala and like one see judge una na hadisi what judge even the kuri nduna ya malapa 10 houses had this save one nduna mutu nix at all I see judge I see nix ki same WhatsApp group ya watu one to say yelo bana na baba X fair ba ya kwa maloro bala kwa
triple X thank you
bye bye
Really? Barry, I can't even speak. Barry triple X. Revansa
Kaufela. Yes, only 8 days left is what the caller said.
Yeah.
And he's saying that the problem with Zola Majafu is the people of the yellow political party.
Yeah.
That we shall not be mentioning by name. They're always protecting each other. They're always caring about themselves. And
yes.
They are for themselves and not for us. You know. And he said, only 8 days left. We're going to put our X and start from scratch.
Triple S, but national, provincial, regional.
And he said that even if you're accused of something serious and you're working in the government, 5 months you're getting a promotion. So he said, shame on the APA, shame on judiciary and the police. And he said that the judge is making comments about tavern when recently children died in a tavern, you know, and we're still hurt by it. But he's making comments about taverns and stuff. So he's saying that all of them are of the same WhatsApp group. They make
and by the way,
for each other. That
person was released. Those people of the owners of the tavern.
They were released.
Yeah. So yes, let's continue.
They got off with a slap on the wrist. They can continue now with their lives while children died.
Yebo.
I know people are saying it's not their fault.
Look, I don't even want to labor that point. The point is, they are out. And in my own opinion, I don't even need to sugarcoat it. I don't think they should have been out. That's simple as that.
It is what it is. Welcome to South Africa. The judiciary is like this.
I'm laughing because this is how things are in South Africa.
This is how things are. It is what it is.
So, Gaufela, triple X, really, that's what they are saying. We are done.
Just like that.
That's what they are saying. That's not me. That's what the caller was saying. Gaufela. Yeah. So, guys, Ahmed.
Yes.
I think today is gonna be interesting. Maybe if they allow cross-examination.
That's when I'll wake up. That's when I'll be like, okay, present. I am here now.
Because that arrangement of a soft voice that Nis was talking about, they can drag the hell out of things, man.
Yeah.
They just keep on talking. Maybe you should place that on record. And let's go back a bit.
24th of November 2014. Place it on record. What?
My lord, what we are trying to demonstrate here is that there was communication among the accused, and also showing that even prior to the incident there was communication, my lord. I think that's the point of of this exercise, my lord. Mr. Gouws, maybe you should put everything from 2014. Yes, Jesus. Right, guys. Let me close it here. Thank you very much for being with us, and we appreciate you. And again, we'll try to, if we were cut yesterday because of our bills, we'll try to pay our bills for using this office. If we were cut because of that, we don't know, but we wake up connected. So sorry about yesterday, in a sense. Thank you, and it's a bye from me. But before I say bye, as usual, I saw someone saying, "Hey, Mr. Anonymous, read my name." Okay. I'm here to just put the like. I'm a morning gang. Can't need. Let's see though. I'm gonna just start up. I'm gonna start at Monet, and then Susan Gaga, Bongi, and then Tuli Tools, our moderator, Paul Manjani. We have Mabo. We have Ntlantla Manata, and then we have Andy Swamjigwa, Ansike Moya, our moderator. We have Elizabeth, and then we have let me see Ntlantla too, and then we have okay, Sizwe has been mentioned, and then Tabiso, regular now, Michelle Lee. We also have Hlanjiwe Sibanda, Lindeni Hadebe, Bongani Utanti. We have
Govin Sami Moodley.
Yes, Govin Sam Moodley. Mamobolo. Oh, Mama Bolo. Yes, Mama Bolo. I'm sorry about that. Takes me twice. And we have Lucky. Omape. Yeah, it's like Omape. And then we have trying to get to all of you. If I cannot read your name, or read your surname, Skululi Manzini, Tapiwa, our member.
Hi, Tapiwa.
Yes. Tabiso M Daung. And then I'm trying to get to almost all of you if it's possible. Sfiso Sindani. This is our member. Yeah, and then we have Deborah. And then we have Lulama Sirai, our member.
Noma Chulet Yala.
Yes. Spiwe Mjoli. We have Crash, and then we have Tembelani Kanye.
Abel
we have
Bailey.
Toku. And
Innocent Chimere.
Moses Mapiga. Then we have Andy Boy. Dana Lento. Hleshe. Thank you again, Hleshe. I'm remembering from my head some of them because Bomo Entertainment.
Bomo Entertainment.
Vuyo Wane. Spepelo Kuma. Butali. And then we have wait, I'm trying to make sure that I get to all of you as much as I can. Zozo Mahlangu, Lusanda Msila, Sbusiso Mabola,
you.
Mraul is also here. Boto. Boto. Okay, yes, Emil. Patra Mtetwa. Okay, yeah. If I didn't reach the person that Zediso Mtetwa, Togozan, Ignitia, Bukumbo Nambi, if I missed you, even after reading like this, Bella, I don't know, PBM, Nomakule, we've mentioned Nomakule, Gift Nyati. Have you, Emily?
Have.
You have. Right. And then, yeah. If I miss you like now, I'm sorry. It is Jeremiah. Yes, Jeremiah. Nhlanhla Manatha. To me, yeah, super knowledge sharing chan. Yeah.
Gaby.
Yeah, Gaby. Yes. Thank you very much.
Monedi.
Amugelan suggest Sips Pepe. Hey.
Sips Pepe.
Blessings Mabena. Milan Kanye. Yeah. I think I've covered all of them, Emil, in my own opinion. If I missed you, I am sorry. Galagata. Yeah, Galagata was also here. Thank you very much again. We appreciate you. We are grateful for your presence. Thank you.